Okay, I'm going to demonstrate how to construct a mask or a VO2 max or resting metabolic test. We have our main component piece. We'll put the mouthpiece on. Saliva trap goes on the bottom, opposite of the black piece. Need our diaphragms, 2 diaphragms. One goes in like so. This will be the air out as the arrow is pointing out of the mask. This clear piece goes on like so. Now we have our air coming out for the tube to connect to here. Construct our other diaphragm. This one goes in to take the air in, and this opaque piece goes on this side. Cool. So now we have our one-way valve taking air in from out here. The mouthpiece, it connects the blue mask onto the entire mask, and then the tube will connect to the air out so that the metabolic cart can collect the expired gases. First part of calibration here is the gas analyzer. I'm going to take here from the weather app and translate it into the computer. So I have the temperature in Celsius, barometric pressure, and relative humidity. I will click OK. I'll come over here to the gas tank and turn to the right, 90 degrees. Make sure that my PSI is coming up to 3 over there, looking good. I'll click OK. This will sample for 15 seconds. It's calculating the room air, trying to get the different gases associated with the room into the metabolic cart. I'm waiting here for 15 seconds to sample steady flow air. As you can see, the O2, CO2 here, I'm looking at these V's, the voltage of these two. It'll tell me I'm good here in a second. Sampling for 5 more seconds. Cool, turn off gal. Right under where I want to be. 1.1% change, 0.4% change in the CO2, overall 0.2%. Okay, next step is flow meter calibration. I'm going to take my 3 liters syringe, which is equivalent to an average lung size. That's why this is 3 liters. The average lung size is 3 liters. At least how much air it can expire. So, flow meter calibration. Again, I double check my temperature, my relative humidity, everything, sample baseline. The first one is to make sure the detection stroke, make sure you're live, make sure the systems are up and running. The next 4 strokes are taking the air from the tube and trying to push the air into the metabolic cart to make sure that it's warming the air up enough to get the accurate feel of what respiration will feel like from either exercising or an RMR test into the tube, into the metabolic cart to heat the air up. So 4 flushes, just to make sure we're getting that air to the metabolic cart properly. Or the gas chamber would be more appropriate. Okay, now I have 5 strokes. There's 2 methods to do this. One method is to try to get the same stroke peak every time. That'll prepare you well for an RMR test or a threshold test even. If you're looking for something like a VO2 max test or even a threshold test, you could do this as well. You want to start with stroke peaks of 50 to 100, then work up to 100 to 200, 200 to 300, 300 to 400, and then one last big pump of the syringe. And this helps the system prepare for the demands of a VO2 max test, which is going to be taking in a lot of air and heavy labored breathing. So I'll do 5 strokes right here. First one nice and slow. Each one will get a little bit faster. Looking there at 3 liters, that's exactly what we're looking for. 100 to 200. There's 200 to 300, get closer to 3 liters. There's 300 to 400. One last one. A change of under 2.5%, and I'm good to go. Hit save. Boom. So to properly fit the mask onto one's head, you want to have the securing straps red to head. You can see the tag. That's how you know you're doing it correctly. Crown of the head will be up here. This is the bottom part of the head. And then these straps will go in one by one. You want to start by dressing the top down, and to connect the face mask to the tube, you want to go on this side.